sadness fills your heart, and sorrow hides a longing to be free. When things go wrong each day, you fix your mind to escape your misery. Your troubled young life had made you turn to a needle of death. Hi there, I'm Adrian, and today I'm looking at an acoustic classic by Bert Jansch, or Bert Jansch, however you want to say it. It's an incredibly powerful song, written I believe about a friend of his who died of a heroin overdose. And it's probably Bert Jansch's most well-known track. It's certainly a very influential track. I know Neil Young is a big fan, and he sometimes covers this song live, and he's recorded it on his most recent album. It's also, I believe, the inspiration behind Neil Young's own anti-drugs track, The Needle and the Damage Done. This is a great tune to learn if you're first getting into fingerstyle guitar and you know the basics. There are a couple of tricky spots, but nothing majorly difficult, unlike some other Bert Jansch tracks. So let's get started. I think you're going to need to see both my hands quite close up for this one, so let me organise that and then we can get going. So I have a capo here at the 3rd fret, which I think is how Bert Jansch does it. The pitch on the original recording is actually slightly sharp, so it sounds somewhere between the 3rd fret and the 4th fret, but I'm using a capo at the 3rd fret here. All of the fret numbers that I'm going to give you, I'm going to talk about as being relative to this capo. So I'm going to call this the 1st fret, this the 2nd fret, and this the 3rd fret. Also, the chord names I'm going to give you, I'm going to talk about as being relative to the capo. So for instance, I'll call this an A chord, I'll call this an E chord, even though in fact they're sounding higher than that. The right hand for this piece is fairly standard fingerstyle stuff. The important thing to remember is that the thumb is always going to be playing 4 notes per bar. It's a sort of alternating bass notes with the thumb. The other melody notes you can play with your index finger, your middle finger, or your ring finger. Generally, notes on the 3rd string I play with my index finger, notes on the 2nd string I play with my middle finger, notes on the 1st string I play with my ring finger, but not always, and you don't have to do that. I mean, some people play just with their thumb and their index finger, so I'll leave that up to you to play around with. So let's get started. I'm going to take you through the introduction very slowly, bar by bar. Inevitably it's going to be a bit of a laborious process talking you through all of the intricacies of this piece, but it's actually not as bad as it first seems, because there is quite a lot of repetition in this piece, and bars that we look at now are repeated later on in the song. Now the first chord is an A chord. We're basing it around this A chord shape. I'm barring at the 2nd fret with my 1st finger on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings, and I'm going to start by playing the 5th string with the thumb, then the 4th string with the thumb, then I'm playing the 3rd string with my index finger, and then I'm going to hammer on with my 3rd finger at the 4th fret on the 3rd string. So thumb, thumb, index finger, hammer on. And as I hammer on, I'm going to play another bass note with my thumb, the 5th string again. That's as that finger goes down for the hammer on. So it will look like this. Hammer on, and as I hammer, I'm playing that thumb note. Then for the rest of the bar, I'm just playing the 2nd string, and then a final thumb note, the 4th string. So if just piece that entire bar together, it goes like this. Once more. The trickiest thing there is just getting that hammer on at the same time as playing the thumb note. if necessary, slow it right down, just loop that bar over and over, and you should be able to get the coordination together. The second bar is based around this shape here, which it's an open 5th string. I'm playing the 4th fret on the 4th string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and with my little finger I'm playing the, what would that be, the 5th fret on the 2nd string. So not quite sure what that chord is called. I guess it's kind of an A6 chord perhaps with no third, something like that. That doesn't particularly matter. The right hand pattern for this chord goes like this. We play the 5th string with the thumb, then I'm playing the 4th and the 2nd string together, playing the 5th string again, playing the 3rd string, and then finally the 4th string with the thumb. One more time. Bar number 3 is based around this shape here. It's a D over A chord, or a D chord with an A note in the bass. So it's an open 5th string, 4th fret on the 4th string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and the picking pattern is this. We're playing the 5th string and the 2nd string together, then we're playing the 4th string with the thumb, 3rd string with the index finger, 5th string again, 2nd string, and then the 4th string again with the thumb. So that entire bar. Notice that alternating bass note with the thumb. So that's bar number 3. Bar number 4 is exactly the same thing. So far from the top we've got this. Then we're going to an F sharp minor bar chord. This is just a standard F sharp minor bar chord at the 2nd fret, playing the 6th and the 2nd strings together. Then I'm playing the 4th string with the thumb, 3rd string, 6th string again, 2nd string again, and then the 4th string. One more time. And then the next bar is exactly the same as well, so we've got 2 bars of F sharp minor. Then we're coming to this lovely sounding chord, which is I think an E add 9 kind of a sound. We've got an open low E string. My little finger is playing the 4th fret on the 4th string. My first finger is playing the 1st fret on the 3rd string, and there's an open B string in there as well. And the right hand pattern, we're playing the 6th string and the 2nd string together, and the 4th string with the thumb, 3rd string with the index finger, 6th string with the thumb again, 2nd string open, probably with the middle finger you want to play that, and then thumb again on the 4th string. So that bar goes like this. And then for the next bar, you're keeping those 2 fingers held down, and you're going to add in your 3rd finger at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. It's a slightly awkward chord shape, this one. It might take a bit of getting used to. And then we're actually playing exactly the same right hand picking pattern. So it's the 6th and 2nd strings together, 4th string, 3rd string, 6th string, 2nd string, and 4th string. So that entire bar goes like this. Then the next bar, we're still holding down this chord shape, which I think is an E9 chord. We're just going to vary the right hand pattern slightly, And we're going to start the bar by playing the 6th and 1st strings together. Then we've got the 4th string, the 3rd string, 6th string again, 2nd string, and then the 4th string again. So that bar goes like this. Next bar is exactly the same. And then just before the vocals come in, we've just got a very simple bar of an A chord. So I'm just holding down an A chord by barring at the 2nd fret on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. I'm playing the 5th string, playing the 4th string, and the 3rd string with my index finger, another 5th string thumb note, then the 2nd string, and then the 4th string. And that's the introduction. Let me just play that all through very slowly. Now the good news is the verse is very similar to the introduction, so if you've learned the introduction you've already done most of the hard work. It starts in exactly the same way with the A add 9 chord and the hammer on. Onto that A6 with no 3rd to the D over A, 2 bars of D over A. F sharp minor as before, with the high E note, then to E add 9, putting down the 3rd finger to make it an E9. And this is where it changes slightly from the introduction. Instead of continuing with that E9, we're going back again to the A add 9, so it's like we're starting the verse again. Exactly as before. F sharp minor again, to E add 9, put down the 3rd finger, E9, and only a very slight variation here just as we go into the chorus, just that last bar of E9 before the chorus. It goes like this. We're holding down that E9 shape, little finger at the 4th fret on the 4th string, 1st finger, 1st fret on the 3rd string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 2nd string. We're playing the 6th and 2nd strings together, 4th string, followed by the 3rd string, low E again with the thumb, then we've got high E string, and then I can just hear an open 3rd string played with the thumb just before you go into the chorus, and that's one of those notes which is just kind of smooths the gap between this chord and the next chord as he's changing chord shapes, I think. So we've just slowly we've got this is the bar just before we hit the chorus, just that open string, and then we're into the chorus. What I'm calling the chorus to the song starts with a couple of bars of F sharp minor, but this time instead of playing the F sharp minor like this as a full bar chord, I'm actually going to play it like this with my thumb wrapped around the top, because that frees up my other fingers to add in certain melody notes. So I'm actually barring with my 1st finger across the top 3 strings at the 2nd fret, and then my thumb is coming round the top to play the 2nd fret on the 6th string. And the first bar of the chorus goes like this. I'm playing the 6th and 1st strings together. My thumb is then playing the 3rd string. I'm playing the 2nd string with one of my fingers, 6th string again. Then I'm adding my little finger here at the 4th fret on the 1st string, just to play. It's playing one of the melody notes that Bert Jansch is actually singing, so it's kind of the guitar part is mirroring the vocal melody in a really nice way here. So I'm playing that note, and then I'm playing the 3rd string again with my thumb. So just very slowly, that bar goes like this. Once again. And there are in fact 2 bars of that at the start of the chorus. So then we've got a couple of bars of A, and this time we're playing our A chord like this. So I'm barring at the 2nd fret on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings with my index finger. I'm also adding in just this high note here at the 5th fret on the 1st string. Again, that note is just picking up some of the vocal melody. The right hand is doing this. I'm playing the 5th string with my thumb. Then I'm playing the 3rd and 1st strings together with the thumb and one of my fingers. 5th string again, then the 2nd string, and then finally the 3rd string with the thumb. So that bar goes like this. And the next bar is very similar, except instead of playing this melody note on the 1st string, we're moving the little finger up to play that melody note at the 5th fret on the 2nd string. And we're going to play the 5th and the 2nd strings together, then the 4th string with the thumb, 3rd string with the index finger, 5th string again with the thumb, 2nd string, and then another thumb note on the 4th string. So what we've got so far from the start of the chorus goes like this. We carry on with another bar of A, except this time we've got a little hammer on onto the 9th. It goes like this. It's actually very similar to the first bar of the piece. So we're continuing with the chord shape that we were just holding down, playing the 5th, 2nd strings together. Then the thumb plays the 4th string. Then index finger's going to play the 3rd string. Going to hammer on to the 4th fret with my 3rd finger, and playing the 5th string at the same time as I hammer down, just like in the introduction. Then I'm going to play the 2nd string, 4th string with the thumb, and then I'm going to lift up that 3rd finger and just play the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So the entire bar goes like this. Then we're back to this chord shape that we've had before. This is what I'm calling an A6 with no 3rd. I might be wrong on that. Music theory nerds can sort of write in and put me right if that's not what that chord is called. But anyway, it's the 4th fret on the 4th string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and 5th fret on the 2nd string. Playing the 5th string, playing the 4th and 2nd strings together, 5th string, 3rd string, and then the 4th string with the thumb. Then we've got a couple of bars of D with an A in the bass. This is exactly like in the introduction and in the verse. Then we hit this E add 9 chord again, very similar to the introduction and the verse, holding down that E add 9 shape, 4th fret on the 4th string, 1st fret on the 3rd string, playing the 6th and 1st strings together, then the 4th string, 3rd string, 6th string, 2nd string, and 4th string. So Then I'm putting down my third finger at the 3rd fret to create that E9 sound. That's exactly like in the verse and the introduction, so 6th and 2nd strings together to start with. And again, like in the introduction, I'm holding that chord shape down. I'm just changing my right hand. I'm now playing the 6th and 1st strings to start off with. And that's the end of the chorus. Then it loops back round for the next verse. So why don't I just play an entire chorus now slowly so you can hear how that fits together. So just for the sake of thoroughness, let me play an introduction, a verse and a chorus all the way through nice and slowly so you can see exactly what's going on in each of my hands. So starting with the introduction. So F sharp minor. E add 9, put your 3rd finger down for E9, and bring out the top string again, and just a bar of A before the singing starts. Verse 1, D over A for 2 bars, F sharp minor, E add 9 to E9. We go around again. F sharp minor. And just leading into the chorus here. E add 9. Chorus. F sharp minor, thumb over the top, then A. Two bars of D over A. And then finally E add 9, 3rd finger down for E9. Then we go round for the next verse. Well, that's about it for this song. I think all of the subsequent verses and choruses are identical. There might be some very minor variations in right hand picking pattern, but that's really no big deal. What I recommend you do with this kind of song is take it very slowly to start with. If need be, you can work on it just a bar at a time while you're getting the basic coordination together. Just loop that bar over and over, and then when you're ready you can start to piece together bigger and bigger sections of the song. Once you can play an entire verse and chorus, then you could have a go at playing the entire song from start to finish. Have a go singing along as well. I think that's a great idea with a song like this. Even if you haven't got the greatest voice in the world, which I certainly haven't got, it's still nice to be able to sing and play this one at the same time. I will also attempt to put the music to this one up on my website, at least until the copyright protection police hunt me down, and that should help the speed of learning this one if you've actually got the notes there in front of you. So hope you have a lot of fun learning this song, and I hope to see you for more guitar lessons very soon. Bye bye.